Boom, 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 boom. A Golden Harvest presentation. Bruce Lee is the real superstar. In wake of his epochal success is the big boss. Bruce Lee, the box office super king, is on the warpath again. He's done the impossible. He's surpassed himself. The picture of a lifetime. Hi, I'm the Asian Film Fanatic, and this is my review of Bruce Lee in I'm getting a seizure. Fist of Fury. The backstory to Fist of Fury is loosely based on the death of a real martial artist named Fu Yunga. In this version, he died after winning matches against Russian and Japanese opponents. They say he was poisoned, but by who? The movie stars the legendary Bruce Lee as a character named Chen Zhen. As a student, Chen gets to the bottom of his teacher's death in a straightforward tale of nationalism, racism, justice, and revenge. Nora Miao plays Chen's girlfriend, Yuan. Her relationship adds higher stakes to the conflict. On the antagonist side are the Japanese, headed by Riki Hashimoto as Suzuki, and his interpreter played by Ping Ao Wei. Robert Baker also plays a notable adversary as Petrov, a Russian fighter. The film is written and directed by Lo Wei in his second and final collaboration with Bruce Lee. He also cameos as a police inspector. His direction's not bad, with a few memorable shots, such as the extreme close-ups, zooms, and dissolving hands. The music, composed by Joseph Koo, is hardly masterful, but distinct, impactful, and enhances many scenes. I don't know if Lo Wei was a Sergio Leone fan, but some shots and music cues actually remind me of spaghetti westerns. Bruce is most remembered for playing these characters with a kind of raw, animalistic masculinity. We all know the appeal Bruce Lee has in his ferocious fighting abilities, but the underappreciated side that I enjoy is that he can also act. I think it's one of Bruce's better performances. He's sincere, believable, and we even get to see some humorous range in the role. His screen presence, his intensity, and his magnetism is unparalleled on film. The fights are basic, but good. It's always great watching Bruce in action. He's fast, smooth, and precise as a fighter. The movie fight style back then had a simpler, stronger, more powerful knockout choreography than the elaborate finesse style that Jackie Chan or Jet Li had. Most of the main fights I feel are kind of lacking, save for Robert Baker, who was actually one of Bruce's students. Other parts reach ridiculous moments of superhuman proportion. What I didn't like so much, this kind of has a B-movie vibe. The fake exterior sets look cheap, there's moments that are crude and purely exploitative. The antagonist roles are also kind of poor. Some of the cheesy moments I can enjoy though. As a source of entertainment and heroism of mythical proportions, Bruce Lee totally elevates this movie into a classic. What Fist of Fury thematically represents is an overwhelming knockout against anti-Chinese racism and discrimination with the greatest martial arts movie actor who ever lived. This deserves 2 thumbs up. Now I'm going to go over the entire movie with spoilers. Chen Zhen arrives back and loses it at the burial. He gets knocked out and taken away. After coming to, he questions how his Sifu died. I love the passion and intensity in Bruce's acting. At the memorial, Chen wears an awesome white suit. The service is interrupted by Japanese rivals delivering a derogatory calligraphy. Sick man of East Asia. This is actually based on a parallel phrase, sick man of Europe, used in the 19th century. Those 2 Japanese guys are totally Chinese actors. They continue insulting and challenging them, but the Jingwu school students restrain themselves. This is Bruce's acting when he gets slapped. By now, I've been noticing the subtitles lack accuracy. Why can't they ever get this right? I love the staging of this shot. It really makes Chen stand out. Chen Zhen returns the sign to the Japanese dojo to kick everyone's ass. The first guy gets hit in the nuts. Not gonna do the Bruce yell. Only Bruce does that. I kinda wonder how Bruce started his yell style, because high-pitched yells are actually very unusual in Chinese martial arts. Speaking of yell stereotypes, here's another. Hi-ya! Nobody says that. Only white people shout like that. This fight's a classic. Everybody there looks Chinese to me. Nothing fake about that. This scene's notable for Bruce's first appearance of nunchucks. I've still never seen anybody move like Bruce Lee.
你哋記住啊！
中國人唔係病夫。Damn right. This is how racism strikes. You just beat up some Japanese, you're chilling, walking to the park, minding your own business, and when you least expect it, no dogs in Chinese allowed? What? That is so racist? When the Indian guard lets a dog in, and the Japanese insults him, Chen kicks their ass and shatters their sign. That deserves a replay. Way to combat racism, spoke too soon. Back at Jingwu, the students practice Kung Fu. Hey, it's Jackie Chan! The Japanese show up and continue the cycle of revenge. They demand Chen be handed over in 3 days. When he arrives, they agree he should flee Shanghai. The sad music is good here. Look at Bruce tearing up. That's good acting. People automatically tout Bruce for his martial arts abilities, but I'll continually praise him for his acting. He can be very effectively emotional and heartfelt. Chen Zhen overhears the cook and another person poisoned Fo Yun Gap. Oh my god, he has Japanese nipples! I must test your Kung Fu and Fist of Fury! He kills the other guy and leaves a note disclosing the poisoned biscuits and plan for revenge. Chen hangs out at the cemetery, roasting some rabbit. That's how real men eat, and that's how meat sounds when you bite into it, like ripping a piece of cloth. Yuan finds him and tries to talk him into coming back. They reminisce of their past and dream of a future together.
你真係對我咁好。
除咗師傅，你比我嘅生命更重要。
Chen Zhen, he loved a woman, but he loved his Sifu most. And with those words, dueling eyes, the fire in the background, the tender music, and passionate kissing, it doesn't get any more romantic than that. Oh, I see how it is. All that sweetening up was just to dig out the info. Some girlfriend.
一搞掂之後，我一定會帶你走。
去邊度啊？
去我哋自己喜歡去嘅地方。
Seattle? Eventually, they realize the interpreter is connected to Sifu's death. The Japanese get an inspector to pressure the school to hand Chen over. During a gratuitous strip show, we get introduced to Mr. Petrov. Oddly enough, Bruce dubbed Petrov's voice, who speaks English instead of Russian. Take a listen.
Now that I escaped from Russia, I'm your man.
As the interpreter goes out, Chen takes him to a dead end and kills him. Another memorable thing about Fist of Fury are Chen's disguises. It really shows different sides of Bruce's acting, even if briefly. The inspector warns Jingwu of a shutdown if they don't hand Chen over. Yuan says she knows where he is. In another disguise, Chen Zhen sabotages the phone line and poses as a dorky repairman. It's delightful seeing him act in different character. In those brief moments, he totally sells it. Petrov shows off his strength. It's so real.
得啦。
How could it be fixed? He just loosened some screws on the bottom. He cut the telephone line, for crying out loud. Yoshida suggests killing all the Jingwu students. Suzuki agrees. While a group searches in the cemetery, the Japanese head for Jingwu. Bruce shows up at the Japanese school and kicks everyone's ass again. That's so cheesy. Still, there is kind of a B-movie charm, especially those two sword pieces glued in at different angles. I like when he stands up, just so Bruce can punch him in the face. I'd say the best fight in the movie is against Petrov. It's on now! Obviously, the next step up after taking your shirt off is your pants. Fast hands, fast hands. Chen kills him off and fights Suzuki. Empty-handed, with a piece of wood. Nunchucks versus swords, which is ridiculous, and empty-handed. Finally, Chen super jump kicks him to death. The others arrive back to find most of the Jingwu students have been killed. Those Japanese! The consulate pressures the inspector for Chen's head. Eventually, Chen arrives and surrenders himself. I like how they play up the emotional element between Chen and Yuan, with those long glances and sorrowful strings. He gets the inspector's assurance the school is safe.
我可以向你保證，你唔好忘記，我都係中國人。
我都係中國人。So Chen agrees to a death penalty to save the school as a martyr. The end. To me, Fist of Fury is the best Bruce Lee movie in terms of story, acting, and content. Lots of iconic scenes. The nunchucks, the sign smashing, the on-screen kiss are just a few. This tragic tale is a strong and impactful declaration on the complete defiance against discrimination and racial injustice. I'm not too bothered by the negative depictions of Japanese that much. It's more defensive and about Chinese pride than being anti-Japanese, if you ask me. Nothing like some historical post-World War II inter-Asian animosity to keep things lively. although the other side is rather unflatteringly depicted. Fist of Fury doesn't contain the best fights, nor is it the slickest, but certainly every bit about Bruce is powerful. Not just his kung fu, but his character, acting, themes, and his embodiment of the ultimate Chinese hero. I'm the Asian Film Fanatic, and we'll see you later.